Hello. The following is a continuation of the AdventureWorks dashboard project I made, as it raised certain questions that were of great interest to my hypothetical management team. This answers one of those questions, a very critical one, hypothetically anyway. So critical, in fact, that this presentation had to be made on very short notice. Let's get started. Greetings, hypothetical management team. As you know, sales representatives bring in a significant portion of our revenue. However, I have found that we are losing money on these sales even when taking into account the cost of the product only. Our profitability instead comes from online sales, which make up for these losses and then some. While both online sales and sales representatives follow the price list, sales applies a weirdly consistent 40% markdown. This could well be depressing our profits by 2x or more. Drilling down a little, you can see that our revenue from sales reps has always been a significant part of our cash inflows. Online sales are of growing importance but are still secondary to our sales representatives. However, gross profit is a completely different story. As you can see, sales reps have been losing money the past 3.5 years. Meanwhile, online sales have posted consistent gross profit at a good margin. This comes down to pricing. We have a price list with the pricing for all of our products. It gets us about a 50% gross margin or better. Both our sales reps and online sales follow this price list, but the sales representatives do it a little differently. They apply a consistent 40% markdown. This is not a discount, although they offer discounts on top of this. This is a decrease in base price. This is why sales reps are posting 0% gross margin or less. Which brings us to, why? Why is it done this way? Normally, I would go straight to sales to figure out what's going on, but due to the sales team being hypothetical, this is somewhat difficult. However, it is easy to make some assumptions. For starters, this cannot have been done with the best interests of the company in mind. The markdown is simply too large when we seem to be selling the same products online just fine. This leaves other motivations, like perhaps meeting sales targets. However, the 40% markdown is worth discussing. I cannot stress how consistent it is. This implies a certain level of coordination between the sales reps. And now, of course, the elephant in the room. Why did no one notice that this was going on for more than 3.5 years? There must be major failings in systems and procedures in a number of places for something like this to happen. Which begs the question, what now? We need to find out who knew. Depending on how big this is, we may have other problems. We need to know why they did it. I have my suspicions, but it might have to do with the commission structure. But nonetheless, we need to know for sure. We need to know what systems failed in order for this to go unnoticed for so long. Such failings likely impact other areas of our business as well, after all. And obviously, we need new practices for sales that don't involve losing money on profitable products. Now that said, we have at least found the problem, and so we can start fixing it now. Any questions?